Hello everyone. Today I will uh, tell you all about the Citrix ZenApp 6.5. In the Citrix ZenApp 6.5 is the App Center is the main management console from which we can manage all the stuff, all the activities for Citrix ZenApp. So first of all, this is the Citrix form. Citrix form in which through it through that all the configurations are stored, like server configuration, application configuration are stored in the Citrix form, and we can manage it in the form only. So in the form is all information are in the hierarchy basis, like administrators, applications, history, load evaluator, policies, and this is the servers as well as the worker group and zones. In zones, we have some options like we can set the zone preference on the basis of uh, you can see it in the like we have two servers the default zone and two servers are in daily zone. So just click right click on that, change zone membership. We can move the server from one zone to another zone. So this and just cancel this and click set the server zone election preference. So once we click on the election preference, we can get the information that which server is on the most preferred server, which is the preferred, default preferred, and not preferred. These are the four preference selections. Uh, the most preferred server is work as a JDC or the zone data collector or the or data collector. So cancel. First, I will see you how to add an administrator role for Citrix form. Is required whenever any person joins the organization. If he is the administrator, his ID should be added in the administrator as a administrator role, so that he can hmm, apply the changes. He can publish the application, add the servers in the form. So for that, we can right click on the administrator tab, click on add administrator, need to select the user. So the list from the name. I'm using the XA1. Just clicking on check name. It's showing me it should be domain slash account or account at the rate domain. Account at the rate Citrix. Checking this. It's a verified. Click OK. Once I select the user, I should go for the next step. For the privilege, there are some privileges. A view only, full administrator, custom. View only is the view only. Once I click on the full administrator, it will become a full administrator. Otherwise, I have a custom role also. Once I click here, I can select the custom roles. Whatever roles I will check, it will applicable for the user. And once I finish, this user is added as a Citrix administrator. Next is the application. Right click on the application. Some options are here like create folder, publish application, in the permissions, properties. So first here I'm going to create a new application. Just click on the publish application. Once I click here, I will get some options. First of all, I need to provide the application name. It's a XYZ. Next is the application type is a server desktop. content, application, or here is a streamed application, stream to server, stream to client. And then I need to choose the application type and see the difference over here is a once I go to the access from server, it's a name, type, location, server, user, and this all. Once I go with the streamed option, streaming location offline access is a stream to server. Is a server option is not here. Once I go as a installed app, is a location and offline access. Both are here. Once I select stream to server, only offline access is here. The stream to client, once I select stream to client, there are some options are changed. Is the server access location is not here. Here, there is no server location option. So next, I need to go to the command line and which application I want to publish. Just choose the application, right click, go to the properties. You can copy the target and you need to paste it over here. And after that, only need to remove the exe portion from this. And this one, remove the semicolon. This is the application command line, exe location, and the working directory. Then next, the command line okay. Then next need to add the server, or I also can add the worker group directly. Is a worker group is the combinations of server with the same properties. Once I select the worker group or server, I need to click back. Yes, then here I can add users. Here you can see the anonymous users and only configured users. So, and we never go with the anonymous user because these are the default users with the less security options. So that's why we need to select the user here. We again in the same process, the username at the rate domain check name. Okay, I have added the user successfully over here. Then next, here we can change the icon of the application. Just click on the change icon. Then add the shortcut and the shortcut for the client desktop. Once client will access the application through Citrix, he will get the option in his desktop. So from here I can choose the system 32. I am selecting and choosing the option which is the default options of the Citrix. From here, menu. and restart this server. Okay, I'm just choosing the default Citrix icon, which is here. We can select any default options, or also we can provide the file. So I'm choosing that this one is a default option. Next, and then the application is published over here. Just finish, and we can see the XYZ application is here. So this is the all about this. But for streamed application, we use application streaming through VMware ThinApp, or either through ThinApp, or also we can create a streamed profile using the streaming profiler. We can create a profile with the dot profile name, and once this profile will create, we can publish the streamed application from the Citrix App Center console. So for streaming, we'll provide you the another video. And now is the history option. History option is basically for configuration logging database. So whatever changes made by the administrator, Citrix administrator, it is stored in the configuration logging database. So through the history, we can check all the activities done by the administrator, and the activities will be visible over here. We can see the activities from here. Once we click in the history, we can see the activities done by the administrator, and so this we can change display and basic information. And for app configuration login, we just right click on the form. Is a form property, configuration login database. We need to select the database type, SQL or Oracle, then the server name. Here it will automatically replicate the server name. Is a WinDB. We can type WinDB, which is the server name. Here's a specify the database name. The database name is WinDB/CitrixDB. So let's wait for the database configuration. It's not showing because I think database. Okay, in the database server, I am expanding this. Is a WinDB is the database server name, and CitrixDB is the Citrix database, and inside that is the XenApp database for the Citrix XenApp. So it's not showing the database. So Citrix DB. Next test database connection. It will, once we click on the test, it will show the status. Is it successfully create a connection or not? So let's wait. invalid username and password. But this is the process so that we can create a configuration login database. Okay, I did a mistake over here. It's a database server windb/citrixdb, and the database name is the Citrix. Then app windb/citrixdb. It's showing the database now. It says then app. Next, next, test configuration. So once I provided the correct database server, it's automatically replicate with the server and showing the database list. Again, it's showing username, password incorrect. Complete ID and password, and then testing the connection. Okay. Is a config log is the database for configuration login, and let's see what is the config log and the security. We can check the user's detail. Here I'm trying to create a new user in the database. Is a config log database. Here from the database we can create the login name. The Citrix administrator. Okay, I'm choosing this as a database owner. So let's see where is the owner. Is the DB owner. Database role membership also is the DB owner. Okay, must enter a name. Is the config admin, and then okay. Create a user field, micro user while creating okay, it's showing already an account with the same. I think it's the TVO. So what is the rule? Okay, TVO is the account. Cancel. And now I'm showing here the again I'm testing the database connectivity. And here we can see the databases for configuration logging. Zenab is a data store and H-site database is here. Again is the page, it's showing database return the following error. Successfully established with error. Okay, not connecting. So this is the process. And after that, I'm showing you the load evaluator. So first of all, what is load evaluators? Load evaluators are the set of rules to manage load on Citrix servers. And inside any load evaluator, there are some rules. I think it's a 12 rules inside the load evaluator. So I'm right clicking here, add load evaluator. Is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is a 12 rules. Through these rules, we can manage the load, create the load evaluators and apply that load evaluators in the applications and the servers. So once we click check this any of the rule, it will enable to apply in the load evaluator. So we can check and create the load evaluator. Just need to click OK and it will be created. Just I am creating one text is untitled is a load throttling. Load throttling rule is basically how user logon impacts server performance. Means whenever you log in into the desktop or laptop or the server, while you log in at the same at the time of your login, always the CPU memory utilization will increase at for the moment, and after some time it gets normal. So in case if multiple users are logging in the same server, so that time the resource utilization goes high. So this load throttling is manage the resource utilization at the time of user login. So once the resource utilization goes in the high mark, like 80%, if suppose my load uh, threshold is 80%, then once it reach utilization is reached to the 80%, it shows the server is on high load, and in that case JDC will route the user session on the another server because that server is showing on the full load. Okay, so here I have created a new rule is the untitled. Just right click and you can delete the load evaluator. In for application, we have to just right click on the application, go to the other task, and here I can see the option to attach application to the load evaluator. Here we need to check the load, name of the load evaluator, and click OK. In the applications, it will apply. For servers, we can apply through the policies tab. So I will tell you later. And next is the server group. Is a server which are the part of Citrix Zenap. So whenever we work in the client environment, always we find the list of the server here. It's a huge number of servers over here. That all servers are part of Zenap. It's a here you cannot see the license server or web interface server. Here you only can see the Citrix Zenap servers list. Worker group is a like a container in which we can put the same properties of servers, like on the basis of application, on the basis of location, we can put in the worker group. And in worker group, we apply all the policies. So once we create a policy and we will apply it, we can apply that policy directly on the worker group, not on the server or application. So to do this, first we need to create the worker group and put the same properties of server in the same worker group, and then we'll create a policy and apply the policy on the server. Uh, Thanks for watching, and I will show you the next video how to install 6.5 or how can we add a new Zenap server in the Citrix environment.